Promotional consideration paid for by the following. West Palm Beach! You wanted the breast, you got the breast. Strut on over to kiss our grits and chicken. Our chicken is tongue-licking good, but our grits will make you want to lick 'em up. That's Kiss Our Grits and Chicken on the 500 block somewhere near Clematis. Ask for Beth. West Palm Beach, we love you! Good night!
On the street corner under the bridge totally said that they're for real.
So you're gonna believe the guy under the bridge?
I mean, he seemed legit. I mean, he seemed like that he got them from this truck that was heading to the store. So I just wanted to.
Yeah. So you don't think that they're like guarded?
But I mean, maybe they're guarded.
Guard with like a security guard.
Sure.
Yeah, I would think that there's got to be some kind of security guards following around the Balenciaga.
But they're all friends. He knows the security guards. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's totally legitimate that he could absolutely have some friends and say, I need a couple of pantsuits and shoes.
Okay. I hope you didn't buy those shoes off of him.
I mean, I got them at an exceptional discount.
Oh, my gosh. Seriously.
Yeah.
Balenciaga.
Yeah.
You know that they're in trouble right now anyway.
Hello? Last video store on the left. Uh-huh. Well, which one is it? Is it Fred Ward or Fred Willard? Well, one of them's funny on purpose. No, that's Fred Williamson. He's black, right? Former football player, right? Remo Williams. Got it. Yep. You're welcome. Well, I don't know. I like them. I think that they're real. And that's all that matters. What matters is how I feel about them. So, whatever.
That's true. It's just a little bit of controversy right now. That's all.
Well, I mean, I don't care. I mean, look, all I know is that Michael J. Fox wears them. So.
Still to this day?
He's a trendsetter.
Okay, sure. Michael J. Fox, a trendsetter.
So about trendsetting.
Oh my gosh. I'm never putting a Vogue in front of you again. This is what happens.
Hey, what's going on, Hollywoods? Oh, my good Hollywood people.
Mayor, how are you?
Hey, Mr. Mayor, what's going on? Oh, guys. Just got some cramps, you know. I saw you guys open up, so I wanted to come inside and just say hello. Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Mayor, it's always a good time when you're here.
I hope so. I love seeing you crazy kids. This is wonderful. Hey, I'm going to use your bathroom. That's all right.
Sure. But before you go, Mayor, why don't you tell us what's in the brown paper bag?
Oh, Mr. Mayor's special brown paper bag. Tell you what's in my bag. This nice gentleman down at the corner gave me this drink. It's great. It's about a half ounce of vodka, a half ounce of Southern Comfort, a half ounce of slow gin, and a half ounce of Cointreau, and a half ounce of almond liqueur with orange juice in it. He said it was going to laser beam my brain. He said it was a laser beam martini. Delicious. I've been drinking it all morning. It's wonderful.
It sounds like you just had a bunch of stuff left over that he poured into one cup for you.
Probably that's what they do. It's like the donuts after the end of the day. They don't want to throw them out. So they give them to the mayor. I eat donuts and booze. It's my diet. Speaking of, I'm going to use your bathroom. Excuse me.
Always a pleasure.
Are you going to taste this?
Oh, yeah. Laser beams.
Laser beam martini. From courtesy of the mayor.
Wow.
Oh, my God. That's delicious. It's like fruit punch. No?
Okay, yeah, mm-hmm.
It's like it's
Yeah.
a fruity fruit punch.
It is a fruity fruit punch is all right. That is true. It sure is. Oh, excuse
Did you
me.
spill it?
No, that would be wrong. It's all right. It's just a little bit thick or something. It's a little bit thick or something.
It's probably the orange juice
Mm.
or the hepatitis.
Yeah, I don't think the mayor's very picky. Very picky. I don't think the mayor's. Yeah, exactly. I think the mayor will pretty much drink anything you put in front of him. Oh, we've got to stop trusting his drinks. I don't care who's making them
That's
for him.
delicious.
Oh,
I love the mayor's drinks. It's fucking good.
all right, all right. Maybe something's wrong with my kisser tonight. I mean, my taste buds.
Probably.
Probably. So anyway, do you know what? I was really tuning in this week to some Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
love listening to the Burr.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. He's pretty funny.
He is funny.
He is.
You know what he wears? Balenciaga.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that.
At all of his shows.
At all of his shows.
Yeah. He wears Balenciaga jeans.
Okay.
He wears Balenciaga jorts.
Let's stop saying that. Can we stop saying that?
Jorts?
No, Balenciaga.
Oh, sure.
Oh, jorts.
Oh my God. So there's a band playing down the street. Guess what their name is?
The jorts.
No. Jorts and Date Rape Mustache.
Oh, that sounds like some kids I saw walking down the street earlier today.
Hey, we're the Jorts and Date Rape Mustache. Thanks for coming out.
Do they all have date rape mustaches?
Of course. If they don't, they get kicked out of the band.
What if you can't grow a mustache?
Well, I guess he's not in the band.
Oh, that's so funny. What if you don't look good in jorts?
Out of the band.
Wow, these are some high standards.
They are. I mean, even if you can't play anything, but if you've got jorts and a date rape mustache, you're in.
Sounds like the Bangles from the 80s.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, hi. How are you today?
Hello. I have a mosquito bite, so I'm okay.
Oh, well, that's terrible. I hate mosquitoes.
I hate mosquitoes.
Yeah. I have other problems too.
Well, welcome to the last video store on the left.
Thank you.
Yeah, please don't tell us about your other problems.
Well, like my mom, she took away my computer
Okay.
because she found something.
Porn?
Well, I prefer to call it art because
Oh.
I wrote it.
So you,
Have you heard of the Transformers?
of course, hello.
Yeah. So, have you ever thought about what would happen if Transformers made love?
No, I honestly have not.
I have. I definitely have.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh my God.
But my mother doesn't think so. So she said, you have to go out. You have to leave the house once in a while. And you have to talk to real people. Not pretend that robots are fucking. She even said that to me.
She said the word fucking?
She said it.
That's frightening. I would not want to hear that.
Well, they weren't because they were making love.
Oh,
There is a difference.
wow.
I think so.
I bet robot fucking
mean-
would be real loud.
That is disgusting.
But I bet
My robots make love.
I'm sure that would be loud too.
Bumblebee is a sensitive lover.
I feel like there'd be a lot of banging and clanging and clunking going on. Even if there's
That is what lubricant is for.
like oil? Do they use oil?
I mean, it makes sense.
What
It is
kind of-
called
Do
lubricant.
they use like 40 weight or
Probably 50.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know the viscosities too well.
I've studied viscosity
No.
extensively from the research for my art, and 40 weight is fine.
What are you in the mood for today?
Wow. Since my mother took away my art and the beautiful robots were making love, do you have something in the genre of robots making love with one another?
That might fall into the category of the back room, I'm afraid. So,
I mean, we have robot jocks, and we have like
Batteries not included.
yeah, it's like Steven Spielberg produced it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Free Jack? Does Free Jack count? No, that's no.
I think we should think outside of the robot box, right? So, if you can't watch robots making love,
You said robot box.
what do you think would be the next, best thing you'd want to see.
I got it.
What?
No, go ahead.
No,
You-
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I got it.
Okay.
You like robots.
Yes.
You like love,
Yes. Romance.
romance. So I'm thinking of something that might have lasers in it.
Lasers, robots and lasers.
Robots have lasers.
I'm intrigued by lasers.
Sweet. Lasers. How about something where people manufacture lasers in a world that's very dominated by technology and atomic bombs and
Yeah.
wait. Oh,
Yeah, just hear us
Oh,
out on
I'm
this.
sorry,
Just
I
hear
don't-
us out.
go ahead.
Right? We're not giving you a choice. I think that this is
This is it?
absolutely
This
the
is
right
for her?
movie. This
Great.
is the right movie. So, what we're talking about is a gem of a movie from 1985.
My mom was born in 1985.
See? Beautiful.
I'm depressed already.
It's a great vintage 1985. The handsome Val Kilmer
Oh, the beautiful Val Kilmer.
stars in it. I'm sure your mom had a crush on Val Kilmer at some point.
We don't talk about those things.
Okay.
Val Kilmer makes love. If you were wondering, I'm just saying.
I like it.
So, to what in this
To
movie?
people, I'm just saying. She likes
never
things that
mind.
make
I don't
love
like
and
it
not
anymore.
fuck.
Okay. Anyway, so hear me out. Hear me out. The movie is called
So, real genius.
Real Genius.
Real genius.
I mean, I know what it was called. I was waiting for him to say it. You don't have to laugh at me, Jerry. Don't you have something to sweep?
You're very laughable. It's a brilliant film. It's so fun. It's basically lasers, bombs, war, pure 80s. Even has dealy boppers, which Janitor loves the dealy boppers, which are those little antennae guys that pop on top of your head in the 80s. It's got an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, the early 80s really loved the Dealy Boppers. I don't
I
know
love
what was
those
happening.
fucking
You know,
things.
I don't follow what you're saying.
there's a headband with like springs on it, and on top of the springs are like little balls. Sometimes they have them for holidays with Christmas trees on them.
Dearly boppers. I understand.
Yeah, that's literally their technical name.
Yeah. And they're I always thought they were like alien antennae. They're so cool.
They are. They really are. Dealy Boppers. So they like to use those in movies in the 80s. So already I know you're intrigued. Like any good 80s movie, there is the big bad government. There's a big bad government and secret scientific experiments going on. I do find Val Kilmer to be a little insufferable in this movie.
What?
I do. Seriously.
He's a national treasure.
He's a little too much. No, hey, Jerry, will you go check on those guys in the back? See what's going on back there.
It's okay.
We're having a new door put in, a new swinging door put in back in the
I
back
think it's a
room.
Balenciaga outlet. It's coming next door.
I told you not to say that word
I'm
again.
sorry.
So, yeah. Intrigued?
Yeah.
Jerry, are you supposed to be seeing what they're doing back there?
It's okay, Jerry. You don't have to do whatever. You can do whatever you want, Jerry. Johnny.
Jerry, the janitor. It's Jerry, the janitor.
It's Johnny the Janitor.
Oh,
See?
God.
You're an
Okay.
asshole.
Well, he's been answering to Jerry this whole time. So what am I supposed to do?
He's answering to everything you call him. He's a nice guy.
It's because he feels that he is of a lower status than you, and so therefore he feels like he has to just do whatever you say. It's
How-
really a form of respect.
Who let the doctor in?
My mom is a psychiatrist.
Oh God.
So are you in college at 14?
Oh no, I'm in all regular and one remedial class.
Oh, okay. What's the remedial class?
English.
Oh, too bad. At least it's not math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're reading a book about ponies.
Ponies.
Yeah.
There might be a horse in this movie. There's a Great Dane for sure. As a matter of fact,
Why is that funny?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
Because
Because Great Danes are kind of like horses.
they're giant dogs, Great Danes, and they're really nice. And in this movie, there's a Great Dane that's a stray dog. It's a stray dog that has to keep getting kicked out of the bad guy's yard.
A stray dog the size of a horse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a stray dog the
That
size
sounds
of a
implausible.
That's what I said throughout this whole movie. That's what I kept saying throughout this whole movie. And then at the very end, there's a dog in the scene, and it's not the Great Dane. It's some other dog. How can you have this Great Dane stray dog throughout the whole movie, and then at the very end, there's a dog in the movie, and it's not that Great Dane?
It was a neighbor's dog, and you're watching it wrong. I always say this.
Look, if you're
The
going to
Great Dane-
introduce...
the
It
Great
is a
Dane-
loose thread.
It is a
Like,
loose
They
thread.
built that up throughout the
But
entire movie.
They
The
did.
whole neighborhood was out during
Yeah,
that
but
moment.
if you're going to show that dog the whole
Some guy
time...
was walking his golden retriever and came over to see the house.
But where was the... I mean, seriously,
The other
that dog
Great
was
Dane-
there.
The Great Dane comes back at the end. Yeah.
Where
so
was he
shut
in the
it.
biggest scene? Where was he?
Are you guys in a relationship? Is it
No.
based on love?
It is. It really is.
It's based on the fact that we won a video store and a bet.
So
Now we're
here we
running
are.
it.
Anyway.
My
So-
father gambles.
Oh, well, he might be able to win a video store himself one day.
He's not very good at it.
Again, he might be able to lose himself a video store one day. So, in this movie, this genius 15-year-old goes to school at this prestigious university.
Is his name Sarah?
Mitch.
Mitch.
Yeah, SJP for short.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mitch goes to this prestigious university and makes friends with all of these older kids who are working on some secret project. And it's typical 80s stuff with like your goofy bad guys and you're like, "Oh, romance, there is a romance."
I'm listening.
It's actually kind of progressive if you think about it, because these kids were gifted. And so before we were even talking about people on the spectrum or anything, there's a relationship between a girl who is what we would consider now on the spectrum and this kid Mitch. And it's really sweet. And they didn't have to talk about her differences.
Well, they were both just brainiacs. They were both just really, really smart, and they were socially awkward. So it kind of worked out. You know, it's like Rocky and Talia Shire and Rocky. They're made for each other. It's
They
kind
were
of nice.
they were of equal status.
They were.
That is why that I do not pursue any of the boys in my school who are of a higher status because
Wait, are they at a higher status, or are you just too much for them and they can't handle it?
well, there's one train of thought where that I am too much for them because I'm already out of a training bra and into a real bra.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Are there
But-
boobs in this movie?
But continue.
There might be boobs in this movie.
There's really no boobs in this movie. There's bikinis,
There is bikinis. There's
And there's-
floppy bikinis.
and there's girls wearing scantily clad outfits, but there's no boobs.
Yeah, that's true. There is a scene where this woman, like an adult woman, tries to seduce the 15-year-old.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
And it's like she's like a scientist lady. And she says that she's been waiting 3 years for this.
Much like the dog, it's a weird subplot
Yeah.
But doesn't make sense.
She tries to have sex with all the smart people in
with the top 10 smartest people.
Right.
There was a science teacher at my school who did that too. That's a very normal thing.
Is it? I guess that
Wow.
makes sense. I guess it makes sense, actually. She does end up with a guy at the end.
Is
Uh,
it a 15-year-old?
No, he's actually a guy who lives in the closet. So,
It's a metaphor for nothing.
a metaphor for nothing.
Literally.
Literally, he lives in the closet. So, one of the funniest parts of this movie for me is that there's this strange man that comes in and out of Mitch's dorm room and goes into the closet and disappears. And Mitch finally figures out how to get the secret panel to move, and he finds this whole underground engineered feat of wonder where the guy in the closet lives underground.
Is that the real genius?
They're all the real genius.
That's right. The real... Uh-oh. Jerry?
No.
Johnny?
I was just going to chime in. For my entire life, I thought this movie was called Real Geniuses because they're
Oh,
all
wow.
geniuses.
Wasn't there
They
a show in the 80s called
But
Real
genius
Geniuses?
is plural for genius,
Oh,
isn't
is
it?
it?
It could be.
If I was a genius,
Real
I'd
genius.
know that.
Like maybe not. It's not attributed to a person. It's real genius. Like really, just genius that's out there. And maybe the real genius is actually knowing that war is bad and killing people's wrong. Trying to stop it.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Wow, Bob Barker's here.
Whatever, it's the 80s, right? And it's really a lesson that people need to fucking learn. Spay and neuter your pets, for God's sake. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, you. Spay and neuter that thing.
That's a girl. That's a woman.
No. Okay. Anyway.
She's walking by the street.
So, we were talking about the guy in the closet.
Yeah.
The guy in the closet that actually
Holly
lives downstairs. Yeah. He ends up being a super genius as well, and that's who the lady marries. And it's funny that you bring that up, Johnny Janitor, that you said that about her having slept with all of the smartest top 10 guys. I'd forgotten about that. That was super subtle. Super subtle. Oh, then you might like this too, young lady. There is a scene with a girl who says something about she only sleeps with guys that can hammer a nail with their hard
Val
penis.
Kilmer's trying to get with this guy's daughter who's like a general, and he's just like...
In front of her.
But
And she says this in front of her dad.
in front of her dad. And her dad's like, come on, Susan.
She's like,
Fucking whore.
yeah. Do you date students or something? And she's like, can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a piece of wood with your dick?
Can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a piece of wood with your dick?
With your
She said
penis?
penis.
Oh,
With
she
your
said penis.
She's in
He's
front
like,
of her
right now?
dad. I mean,
Yeah.
She was right in front of her dad. And then his only response is, come on, Susan. Come on, Susan.
Is that a thing that it's
No,
going
men-
to happen
men-
when they
men-
go to college?
They cannot do that. If they say they can, they're lying to you.
Well, I've never met one that can, but I don't know that means that it can't be done.
Agreed. I've not been to the circus in a while, so I don't want to like minimize what's possible.
It's true.
But
There
you-
might be a man out there who can hammer a spike.
Through a piece of board with his penis.
Maybe. Will it happen to you? I don't know. I can't answer that question.
I would say stick
Yeah.
to robots and Transformers, really, if that's your thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Because a robot will definitely be able to hammer a
Yeah.
nail through a piece of wood with
For
his
sure.
I
penis.
wouldn't be fearful of that. If it was a challenge presented to a robot, I would say that's completely plausible. But if it was a challenge presented to a human being, I would say that was implausible.
What makes up the human penis bone? I don't even know. Maybe it's
there's
something.
no bone in it. you
Then why is it
weirdo.
called a boner?
Oh my god. It's just a muscle.
Okay. All right.
Oh, somebody failed health class.
Yeah, I did. So what?
So nothing. Hey, if you like montages, this is the movie for you. This movie's got at least 2 big montages, and then it's got like 2 or 3 mini montages, especially, and even one at the end. It's pretty awesome. It's like the ultimate 80s film. And we said that a lot about a lot of 80s films, but this one, and the music's great. So it's kind of fun. It's peppy. Put a pep in your step. It's nice.
Oh, you know what else is funny to me is that it showed me that every kid's a slob. So if you have a messy room, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Fanula.
Fanula. If
Whoa.
you have a messy room, don't worry, because apparently even really smart brainiac kids treat their dorm like a garbage dump. The whole place was a garbage dump. I mean, really, all these kids today are so bougie. All these kids today, their dorm room got the nicest stuff. What happened to just dirty rooms? You're allowed to have a dirty room, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tell your mom. I mean, don't tell her I said that, but that the 80s said that.
My mom will be happy that I'm talking to people.
Okay, that's good. There was something else I wanted to talk about. But I don't. Oh, the montage. You did say montage, right?
Yeah, there's like 1,000 montages.
How is there? What is there a happy montage and then a sad montage? What is this? There's this cycle of montages through the film.
It's a happy montage.
They're all happy montages.
They
There's
are.
really no sad montages.
Well, there is a bit of something that your generation might find a little bit triggering. They bully. The bully nerd bullies the 15-year-old in like a really traumatizing way, and like records his sad phone call home about wanting to go home and not stay at this college. And the bully plays it over the loudspeaker for everyone to hear, and like really sad. They get back at the bully, but I definitely don't feel like the way they got back at him was accounted for how traumatizing they were to him. It was really not fair. I feel like that the bully definitely didn't get his own. So
Oh, hello, dears. Hello.
Oh, Mildred, how are
Hi,
you?
Mildred. Oh, I'm fantastic. It's good to see you guys. Oh, my grandson, God bless him. We were sitting at home playing the World of Warcraft as we usually do. You know, I have this guy with spikes all over his head. That's my character. And I like smashing people to bits. And he's like, you should get out. And I was like, I've been here for like 13 straight hours killing people, so I should probably get out. It's good to see you, dears.
Oh, Mildred, meet Fanula. Fanula's here for a similar reason. Her mom said she needed to get out and meet people too.
Isn't that nice? That's so nice that when people do that, when mothers do that. I used to do that too. Yeah, you gotta get out and see stuff. It's so nice.
And you're here for anything special today, Mildred?
I just wanted to say hi. I live right down the street. I was thinking maybe I could pick up some movies like I did last time. I didn't like that back room too much. You got me the ordinary peepholes, I think it was, and it was weird.
Well, did you bring it back? And hopefully you
Of
rewound
course, I
it.
dropped it back last week, hon. I just slipped it in the night box. It was fine.
Okay, all right. I usually leave that stuff to the other guy.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something for me back there. I guess, I just should keep looking. I'll do that. My grandson, God bless him, he just says, don't give up, Grams. You should just keep going and find something that you like. So I might go back there and see what's available.
Well, while you're back there, Mildred, definitely see if there's anything robot or transformer related. Our friend Fanula here says that that's a whole genre that needs exploring.
Oh, robots. Those sound interesting. I'll look for the robots. Okay, I'm gonna go in the back.
So, anyway, Fanula,
Yes.
this doesn't have robots necessarily, but yeah.
What I like about it is that I can imagine that the people know how to make robots and that they would eventually make robots that made love.
Okay. Would you settle for so much popcorn that it brought the house down?
Again, are you speaking literally or figuratively?
Literally this time. Yeah.
I suppose that is something that I would be interested in.
So these kids figure out how to make this laser that shoots through stuff, and the government wants to use it to kill people. So they've got to save the day.
It was very topical because that's Reagan's Star Wars was
Right.
in the news.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This movie's kind of Revenge of the Nerds meets War Games.
Yeah,
A little bit.
very much.
Okay, I can see that. And they don't overdo the government stuff too much, which is nice because a lot of that government blah, blah, blah is so long-winded and boring. So they just got the government as like the big bad.
And you don't care anyway. You're like, okay, I don't care about your bullshit.
Yeah,
Let's
faceless.
let's move on to the kids with their geniuses and their
Yeah,
dealy boppers and their weird, their 6-inch railroad spikes with their penises.
yeah, weird
That's what
stuff.
we want.
So they figure out because they're geniuses.
I understand, yes.
Okay, they figure out how to move the laser that they're testing away from the test site into the bad guy's house.
The bad guy is incidentally the same bad guy from Ghostbusters. He's a really good bad guy. And
Walter Peck.
and Die Hard. One of the bad guys in Die Hard.
He sure is.
That's right. Eat it, Harvey. He was what's his name? What was his character name? Damn it. Thornburg. I am William Thornburg, coming to you from
Yeah.
whatever that plaza was.
Good for you.
Nakatomi Plaza.
I was like, how
Nakatomi
could-
Center Plaza. Had it.
Yeah. Wow.
My
wow.
brain
Wow.
stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the Fox building, and it was a TV guy, so the Fox threw me off.
Oh, there's another funny part. I guess they do get the bully off. I mean, get the bully back for his stuff because they put a transmitter in his braces.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put a radio
There's
transmitter
a lot of science in this. You'd love it.
in his braces, and they start talking to him in his head like they're God,
They pretend that they're God.
and they tell him to do stuff.
Does she do it?
Yeah,
Of course.
Like
Yeah.
what?
like he. I don't remember. I don't remember.
They ask him to get information on his boss, which is the bad guy, Jerry.
Okay, so he gets information on the bad guy.
Yeah, so they can figure out what they're going to do. When's he going to go this place? When's he going to go to that place? And they can sneak into his house. and set up the really bad stuff.
Which is just popcorn. They just put like a... What?
Explain why it's popcorn.
Because he hates popcorn.
Oh, Jerry.
The
Jerry,
bad
the bad
guy hates the smell of
Jerry?
popcorn.
No, not this
No.
Jerry. The Jerry in the movie.
Ah.
The janitor...
Jerry, do you enjoy popcorn?
I do.
Even
So
though...
yeah.
I'm on the popcorn diet.
Who doesn't enjoy popcorn? It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking popcorn.
Right.
My mother, she doesn't enjoy popcorn.
Wow.
And Jerry in this movie doesn't enjoy popcorn. He hates the
He
smell
hates
of
it.
it.
And there's a subplot also that I recently just caught on because I've seen this before, but Jerry's embezzling money from the college and the government to build his fancy new house that the Great Dane keeps coming at.
How'd you miss that?
I was a kid, probably. That's how I
Okay.
missed it. I mean,
They have the
I'm
whole
sure it
scene.
seeped in somewhere, but it
I
was
mean,
just like
They even say embezzlement's a felony.
he does as he's driving away, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that.
Moving up in the world. Can we talk about what an amazing villain the Walter Peck guy is?
Oh, he's good.
Jerry.
That
Like, he was born. to
William
be-
Atherton is a perfect villain in every movie he plays. Ghostbusters, Die Hard, Real Genius. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's such a prick. He's such an unlikable asshole. You immediately hate his guts.
Is it Walter Peck or William Atherton?
He played Walter Peck in Ghostbusters.
Oh,
His
okay.
name is-
That's what everybody knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walter Peck.
Well, Wally knows him by his real name, so.
Because I'm a nerd. I'm a real genius.
Yeah,
Ah.
you work in a video store.
Meow.
So the bad guy who was born to play bad guys, which makes me really wonder, like, are they bad guys in real life? Like, the guy who played the principal in
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller is a bad guy in real life.
He was the dean.
Okay, the dean, whatever. He's
Weird thing is, right after watching Real Genius, which I just happened to watch randomly, I watched Ferris Bueller directly after that.
Oh, funny.
oh
I was
wow,
like, wow, this guy is a real life villain.
Yeah.
And he's breaking into somebody's house. A student's house.
right, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what the science teacher did at my school.
Whoa.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
But he got married to the girl whose house he was breaking into.
So it
he
makes it
broke
okay
into a student's house?
Yes,
So
to make
So-
love.
to marry her.
wow. Wow.
I'm assuming that they got married first because it's wrong to make love before you're married.
Well, how old was she?
She was 16.
And he's older.
Yeah, he's a science
There's
teacher.
a lot more going on there that's wrong, but we don't have to get into that right now.
Exactly. This is not my kid and not my circus.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah.
Not my kid, not my uterus.
Yes.
Whatever you
all of
want.
those things. So anyway, they put a bunch of popcorn in his house and they changed the trajectory of the laser. So
Changed the targeting systems of the laser, and it cooked the popcorn.
it did. It cooked the popcorn.
Did they eat the popcorn?
People took it away in wheelbarrows.
The not Great Dane did.
Yeah, the dog that wasn't the Great Dane that showed up randomly.
Is it possible that is the Great Dane a villainous canine?
No,
Or
they're so sweet.
No, but
it just
they tried to
shows-
make him a villain in the
No,
movie.
it just proves to you how big of an asshole the main villain is because he doesn't like the dog. That's a sweet dog.
The dog was hanging out in his yard all the time, and the bad guy kept trying to get rid of the dog.
He's just a dick.
On the Bumpuses scale, it's like a 2, maybe a 1.
Look,
Or
what?
the Bumpuses are a 10.
yeah, the Bumpus dogs are awful, and those dogs probably act that way. Where a Great Dane is not going to act like that. Who lets their Great Dane just wander around the neighborhood?
It's the 80s.
Yeah, and it was one of those 80s Southern California neighborhoods that are like not quite finished yet. So you've got all this wilderness and mountains, kind of like when you watch the beginning of Poltergeist. Like it's just
thinking
unfinished kind of projects.
It just feels like a backlot to me, which I didn't bring up.
Really?
But oh my god, it feels like
Not
this
to me.
afterthought of a house. It's so dumb, and I hate it
Oh,
too.
the
'cause
house is hideous.
at the beginning, the guy's like, "You're getting some work done on your house, huh?" And I'm like, "What do you mean work done on your house? It's a brand new fucking house." Like,
Like, that's what he means.
But it's not work done on your house. Like he's just improving it. Like it seems like it's renovations when obviously it's just been built. And there's like a 2.5 foot fucking fence going around it. What the is a 2.5 foot fence gonna keep
It
out?
looks pretty.
It's
aesthetics.
ridiculous. It looks like a school bus. The whole house set bothered me from the first time I ever saw this movie
It
until
should because
now.
he's the villain.
Oh, is that what it? So the villain gets an ugly house
Yes.
because he's the
Pretentious,
villain.
ugly house.
Yeah, look at Edward
Okay.
Scissorhands. Well, Tim Burton likes to make heroes of them, but like still, it's the
Yeah.
creepy house at the end of the block, like the Munsters. It's like, I mean, they're not villains either, but still,
Okay, you're not giving me any good examples right now.
these are people that turn tropes against tropes. So I'm using successful.
Anti-tropes.
Yes, successful anti-tropes as
Ugh,
examples. I
anyway,
apologize.
so the popcorn brings the house down. Yeah,
Wow.
I know. And they get senators involved and other teachers and
Dean and a congressman.
okay, whatever. Dean and a congressman.
I feel like the popcorn literally taking the house down is like they spent more money on that than most movies.
All
Budgets are modern budgets. Like the roof comes off the house. There's popcorn coming out of the roof.
It's not a real house.
I know, but still, like
It's a
they
lot.
had to build
a big set just for that
a
gimmick.
big
Just for
set.
that gag.
Okay.
There was a lot of popcorn coming out, so
There was probably some-
machinery back there.
Yeah, there's
shooting it
Yeah, but there's
out.
probably hydraulics that are lifting up the house. Like
And
the
cracking
popcorn
it.
didn't
Yeah.
really lift the house.
Unions are involved.
Yeah.
Unions
A lot
are
of
always
workers,
involved. Always.
I think it's awesome that
Insurance.
how I mean another movie at the same time was putting all their effects money into like buckets of blood and little tubes and whatever like squibs and like these guys it's all popcorn and hydraulics.
We need more popcorn.
We need more hydraulics. Get in here.
And the stupid dog. That dog didn't need to be there. I guess
Again with the dog. Will you shut the fuck up about the dog? Who cares?
me. That dog really
So
bothers
basically,
me.
this is a movie about a dog, and there's popcorn and lasers in it. That's basically what she's saying.
Sounds good.
And dealy boppers.
And
Dealy
dealy
boppers.
boppers. Yeah, and bathing suits.
And sarcastic youth.
There's a love story. Mitch and the older girl. Mitch and that 19-year-old.
Okay, I think I bought something from your back room you guys like so much. I tried to follow your advice with the robots. I found this. Sounds good. It's called Trannyformers. Is that what you were talking about, dear?
I think
Trannyformers.
I think that's a title that will work. Absolutely.
I'll give it a shot. Who knows? My grandson, God bless him, he knows a lot about robots. So maybe we could probably watch together. Maybe I don't know.
Anything from that back room, Mildred, I'd just pretty much keep to
Oh,
yourself.
that's where you keep the good stuff, huh, dear?
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep it a secret. He's obsessed with his video games anyway.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to see that.
No.
All right, I'm renting this Trannyformers. I'll let you know how it is.
Thanks, Mildred.
Okay, bye, dolls. You
Bye.
Take care. No, that's going to be a good review.
We'll see what happens. We're getting her outside of her comfort zone. She just said she's a character with spikes all over his body.
Oh, then she'll love it.
She might. We'll see. We'll
right.
give a review when she comes back. So
If she comes
Fanula,
back.
Yes.
do you think you're interested in watching this movie? I mean, there might be some snacks involved. Maybe we have a snack suggestion.
Snacks are great. You know what I'm thinking?
Popcorn.
Yeah, I'm thinking popcorn. I think you nailed it.
That makes the most
But
sense.
you know what? If your mom doesn't like popcorn, I think because I feel like this is like a breakfast movie. You could get up in the morning and watch this. I feel like Pop-Tarts are good,
What about sugar pops?
and I like cereal. I like Pop-Tarts
Corn
and cereal.
Pops?
I'm thinking corn pops,
Corn Pops.
Frosted Flakes. Sound good?
What's the flakes got to do? I mean, I get the pops on the other side because popcorn.
Frosted Flakes are made from corn, and Val Kilmer's hair looks like it's frosted, and there's snow, there's ice, there's a lot of frosty things.
Oh, they
in the
do
movie.
ice down.
They have
That's
to
fun.
ice down the frosty laser to get it to work. So Frosted Flakes makes a lot of sense if you stop and think about it, jerkface.
My father says that cereal is reconstituted horse food.
But it's delicious reconstituted horse food.
With lots of sugar on it. Sugar.
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 I enjoy sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yes.
Pop Tarts. Then go with the Pop Tarts.
I think. Can I make a suggestion?
Oh, of course.
Please.
A popover.
A
Ooh.
popover. Do you make popovers?
My grandmother makes popovers.
Okay.
But only on Thanksgiving
And,
and only on leap years.
and does she make them sweet or savory?
They're sweet.
So you serve
But
them
she
with...
makes one savory one, and whoever gets the savory one is a loser.
Okay. I like it.
Can you explain to us what a popover is?
It's like a muffin, but harder to make.
Okay, that doesn't.
It's somewhere
me
between a
much.
muffin and a Dutch baby.
What's a Dutch baby?
So
About $50.
Whoa.
Jerry.
Oh my God. I feel like we've gone into the back room.
Maybe that's where he just came from. Oh,
Can we talk about some of the science shenanigans?
please.
I
let's
love
talk-
science
Kind of the big
shenanigans.
chunk of the movie.
Oh, it is, but I'm a girl and I don't know what science is.
How do you think they got that car in there?
The same way they got the car in the room in School Ties.
I want to know how they
Magic.
got it in there so fast.
Yeah.
So as punishment, right, as part of their revenge for like completely
Traumatizing
traumatizing and
Sarah Jessica
humiliating,
Parker.
yeah, they take apart the bully's little fancy car.
It's like a sob or something.
Is it a Saab? Yeah, I should have looked it up.
Ugly fucking sob.
So they take apart this fancy vintage car and put it together in his bedroom.
And they used like some kind of like I don't know,
Hydraulics again.
hydraulics to like make it look like it's breathing. It's up and down. It's like
yeah, it's like bouncing in his tiny dorm room.
Kind of like a transformer.
kind of like
Oh,
a transformer.
and
making
it's
love.
yellow. It's yellow
It is-
like
it's
Bumblebee.
Here we go.
May I write this down? Is that
Yes.
considered
Please.
intellectual property?
I don't know.
It's been a
so-
while since it's been out, but yes, I would say seek damages.
You know what I find interesting actually? We're watching it, and later in the movie, after the car has gone out of this guy's room,
How did he get it out?
yeah, how did he get it out?
They
What?
had a whole team to disassemble and reassemble.
Yeah,
Well, later in the film, when they're planting the bug in his mouth, you see on the wall there's a bunch of handprints, like
greasy handprints.
greasy handprints on
Yeah.
the wall.
That's what I was gonna bring up. Me too, because I'm looking at it like, why are there handprints all over the wall? So that's the conclusion we came to. So more science? Do you have more science you want to throw at us?
Using the liquid nitrogen.
That was my
to-
favorite part when I watched it originally.
Yeah.
I thought that was the
Little
most
kid.
clever thing in the world. I'm like,
Yep.
I want to do this.
I
So-
could buy so many candy bars.
Yeah.
If I just had liquid nitrogen.
In the
And
dorm
I had
room-
a little cheese cutter.
It was a laser. It was a cheese laser. It had a laser on it. It wasn't just
no,
a cutter.
it was a wire.
It was
I
really-
know it was a wire, but if you looked at the base of the wire, it was orange, like it was electrified.
Yeah, I'll have to
Watch it again. He has a trick where he
Has a
freezes a
tube.
tube of liquid nitrogen.
So it comes out in a cylinder when he takes it out of the freezer, and he has this little tiny like a cheese cutter that's like a line, and he cuts a little sliver off. It looks like a coin, and he just grabs it and he puts it in the coffee machine and gets coffee, and he puts it in the candy machine, gets a candy bar.
But because it's frozen solid,
It'll just disappear when it's in there.
So
but
he-
it has the same weight as a coin.
Did you notice the coffee cup had like playing cards on it?
Yeah,
Like Terminator.
yeah, it's the
2?
same,
I
yeah.
couldn't remember like.
That was a standard thing. I worked at a
Okay.
place that had those. It was a thing, and you played poker while you drank your coffee. It was so ridiculous, but fun. And I love the fact in T2 that they did that. Oh, Full House, my
Yeah.
lucky day.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I saw that one time in New York City. We were somewhere in New York City. It was the only time I had ever seen that. With the
oh, okay.
Cards.
I thought you'd only seen T2 once.
Oh no, I saw T2 in the theater when it opened, and then many times since then.
So did the rest of America that was alive.
Mm.
No, well,
Yeah. So there's lots of science. There's lots of science. They turned the whole dorm into a frozen ice capade.
right. And then the ice evaporates into a gas immediately.
Yeah, one of the real geniuses invented
Ice that
yeah,
turns from a solid to a gas
yep, within like
without
a half hour.
Yeah,
That one sounds like a real genius.
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
He sort of was like the smartest.
He was.
I don't
But
know
that lady wasn't after him. What's that
True.
about?
True, because maybe he wore glasses and she didn't want.
Or maybe she already got to him.
Yeah,
She did.
maybe she did already get to him.
We had to stick to that tight 1980s running time.
That's right, which I think is great. I think it never should have gotten beyond an hour and a half.
Yep.
You know, movies should never have really gotten beyond that. Well, so Fanula, can
Yeah.
we get this movie for you then? Well, you can check it out and
Like a library?
yeah, like a library, and then you just have to be kind and rewind before you bring it back.
Yes, I would like it. I would also like all of the necessary equipment that I need to watch it.
Here you go, Finola. Enjoy this. We'll see you next week, and you can tell us all about it.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whew, another hard day at the office.
Woo!
Oh, wait, is the mayor still here? Maybe we should make sure the mayor's out of the bathroom
He's
before
been
we
in the
leave.
bathroom for quite some time.
Yeah.
There! Oh my god, it's totally passed out in there. It's so cool and soothing to be in the bathroom. I totally just passed out. I'm sorry. Hey, I may have gotten sick on the toilet paper. I apologize. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? It was good seeing you. Thanks for the bathroom.
Thanks, Mayor. Bye-bye.